Hi, my name is Tanya Kavanagh. I'm the Executive Director of Teen Challenge Tasmania. Teen Challenge was established originally in New York in 1958 by Reverend David Wilkerson. We have over 1,400 rehabilitation centres in 121 countries around the world. Teen Challenge are specialists in prevention, early intervention and residential rehabilitation, specialising in the area of alcohol and other drugs. We work cold-faced with people in addiction, helping them to find hope and break free when they're in a very, very dark place. We know only too well the devastating effects drugs and alcohol have on families, individuals and communities. So experiencing this devastation firsthand, we are incredibly passionate about prevention. We believe it is vital to build fences and help young people understand the impacts of drug and alcohol use on their physical, mental and relational health, and enable them to build solid foundations and resilience in this area. We do this through two areas, and not even once education projects in primary, high schools, sporting clubs, workplaces and communities. And it's having a very powerful positive impact. The second area is Connections Mentoring. In 2012, my eyes were opened to the plight of young people right here in our own backyard, not impoverished countries overseas, but right in our backyard, when I was involved in local high schools, assisting with work experience, motivational speaking and mock interviews. During these times meeting the young people, I heard story after story of absolute shocking proportions. A young person that had got themselves out of a mental health unit, desperate to get an apprenticeship to get away from the abusive home they were living in. Another young person that had been a carer for their mum since they were 13. This saw them turn away from schooling, but at 21 and with a young child themselves, now wanting to make something of their life to support their baby. And the stories went on and on. My blinkers were removed as the stories got even more graphic, and I'm going to save you the details on that. But let me say, it broke my heart for the plight of many young people in Australia. And at that point, I wanted to do something. Someone had to, but I had absolutely no idea what to do. It ignited the passion to see young people break free from many factors, including generational poverty, influencing low self-respect, sense of worthlessness and lack of motivation. They simply don't know any different path, and Connections Mentoring was born. It was then that the lights switched on and the answer came. A mentoring program, but not exactly what they were after. These young people, the at-risk, disengaged and under the radar students, needed to be life ready. And that is where our mission for Connections Mentoring is based, to encourage life-ready young people through positive role modelling relationships. 2013, the program was rolled out, and over the years we've seen some incredible highs and walked with some young people through some terrible lows. We have seen many young people graduate year 10 and move on to attend college and gain employment where initially there was no interest or desire at all. We've seen young people that could not function in mainstream classes join mainstream within weeks of connecting with a mentor. Young people that have been harming themselves with incredibly low self-esteem, with the help of a mentor who can see that spark and that potential in them and walk with them until they can see it themselves and they believe it. One of our school's assistant principals, who in his own words has seen just about every pilot program in schools, personally tells us hands down this is singly the best program he has ever seen in relation to the growth in young people and their mentors. Lives are changed dramatically with very little effort. As little as about an hour a week can make the world of difference in another person's world and yours. Connections Mentoring is dedicated to serve education. We adapt an attitude of servitude. Mentoring is about relationship, not the activity. This is one of the hardest things for new mentors and not so new mentors to grasp. Sure, literacy, numeracy is important, but there is nothing more important to mentoring than relationship. Some of our mentors for 3 to 4 years have actually never done an activity with a student. They've simply sat and talked for an hour every week. We know if you build a strong relationship with your student, the rest will come. Believe me, we see it time and time again. Young people spell love T-I-M-E, time. Nothing speaks stronger to someone than time, just being with them. Fully focused, committed to them. Connections mentoring helps rebuild or build a school connectedness with many young people that may be disengaged. Sometimes the only day a student comes to school is the day that their mentor comes. It gives us a platform to work from. And of course, there's heaps of evidence around the benefits of mentoring for the well-being of individuals.